to a live stream. This is meant to be in horizontal format, but for a number of very complicated reasons, that hasn't happened. Oh, that was the worst start to a live stream I have ever had. Anyway, we're here. If we have technical difficulties, it is absolutely not going to be surprising to me at all. Let's just get back to a regular intro and we'll see what happens. What's up? My name is Chris. I am the host, the guy, the thing behind the thing, the creature behind the scenes of Vo-Gus prospecting. My channel's all about gold prospecting, treasure hunting, gemstone fossicking, crystal hunting, general shenanigans, and sometimes a lot of swear words that you'll only see on my other channels. Anyway, we are digressing. This was a complicated stream to set up because YouTube was having some major glitches on the back end. It wouldn't let me get the right format. It wouldn't let me get the right orientation. Normally I would film this the other way, but we are stuck like this. What we're doing today though is kind of cool. I'm cleaning up super rich panning concentrates. I have a lead time now between when I go out to the creek and I procure gold and when I publish videos. And the reason for that is because gold is now worth a lot of money per gram, right? Like it's now almost $130 a gram. It's over 4,000 Australian dollars an ounce. And the spots that I'm working, especially this particular spot, is premium good. So after this, the shovel doggers will go in and try and pillage it and pick up the crumbs that I left for them. And we get to enjoy the experience of sluicing this out all on its own. So I am looking at chat. I can see a bunch of stuff coming up on chat. Chris, you rock. Thank you for your videos. No worries, Patrick. Debbie, good to see you in chat. Yeah, actually, I notified you for once. BC Bradley, you like candy. Crazy Yarak. True legend. Love your work. Thank you. Hey, Mick, what's going on? Mick's in the house. Oh, bloody hell. Mad Marlin's already throwing money at me. Thank you very much, Mad Marlin. Look, I'm going to explain what we're using today, and I'm going to show you the concentrates. I've also got something kind of cool. We're doing a giveaway today. I've got one of my slot bag Paydirts. So these are unsearched cons. What that means is we go out to a spot just like this one. I dig gold up. I check in the pan if there is gold in the pan or the sluice box. And then I tip it into a bucket. And I do that all day. And then I bag it up. And you get a completely random amount of gold. There's guaranteed gold. We just don't know how much. The most gold that's been found out of one of these bags is 1.9 grams. The smallest amount of gold that I've been told has been found is 6 flakes. So it's somewhere between $250 and 30 cents. These retail for $26 on my website. So we're giving this away today, along with an old moldy sticker. Hopefully the description is full of description-y stuff, where you can find all this stuff if you would like to see that. We're going to draw this later on during the live stream. I was going to give it away to a random person, and hopefully Debbie will be able to stick around. If you are able to stick around, Debbie, I'll get you just to try and engage with the person that is randomly drawn to get the address off them. Right, I'm going to try to do this now that my phone and everything else is completely mucked around from the debauchery that was setting this stream up. Oh, that's just a zoomed in version of my face. That's not good. There we go. Right, these are our cons. I've separated them already using a kitchen strainer down there. These are our oversized cons. There are what I'm going to call little nuggets in this area, and this is the oversized material that I have from panning. Now, the full video of this day is actually coming up very soon. I've already gone through the cons and picked out some of these, the gemstones, so the garnets, what I assume is some corundum in there. I'm not 100% sure what this is, but it's definitely a crystal. I'm going to have to get an identification on it. If you actually know what this is, because all of these pieces are the same, they've got really interesting what are known as cleavage lines on them. And they've got that gem feel to them. They're colder, they're heavy, they're dense. Really cool, hey? Interesting. I want to know what they are. So if you know what these might be, please hit me up in the comments after the stream so I can see them. Neat little gemstones. Anyway, I've found some corundum. I have found heaps of garnets in this spot, and we're probably likely to see more in here, but that's already what I know is like the best stuff. In here, however, I'm gonna have to try and set this phone up for a second, guys. Give me a minute. I gotta reorientate the tripod. Hopefully hopefully it wants to stay. It does. Huzzah. I know in here is good sized bits of gold. There's one right there. That. So we're going to pan this out later on in the stream. We're going to do the oversized. So this is a sort of, that's an average big flake for this area. There's probably more in there. Yeah, there's a couple more just in here. There's one. They're not that big. I know there's bigger in here. Let's find a big one. Oh, there we go. Look at that. You don't have to go too far to find a good one. Hi, Dig Rocks. Nice to see me live. Yeah, man. Thank you for joining the stream. Just in time to see us pick that beautiful piece of gold out of our cons. So this is all our oversized. We're going to get a lot more of that. The full video is coming out later today, and it's cool. It's really cool. Now, whilst the big gold is going to weigh heavy, there is a lot of fine concentrate here. Now, the concentrates in this particular area are not that hard to clean up. They're actually really easy, but I figured we could have some fun. Normally, I would reserve cleaning this material up if it was on Reedy Creek for a little sluice box, but we're not on Reedy Creek. It's just I want to see how much fine gold comes out of this, because I know there's a lot of big gold. How much fine gold is in here? That's the question. So we're using the Cleanup Buddy by DreamMat, you know, the company that has a pair of boobies for its logo. So the DreamMat Cleanup Buddy is a wicked little unit. It's kind of pricey. Like, I'll admit, I reckon it's pretty pricey for what it is, but it's cool and it's really good to use. So it uses the microcell DreamMat. It's got an inbuilt pump. It's got an inbuilt level to it. And then it just literally hooks to a power supply. In Australia, we have to get a converter because we run on 240 volt. And the US obviously runs on 110. So a bit of a difference there. And then that hooks up to some electricity. That is some over there. So this is not Reedy Creek cons. This is going to be a lot easier for the Cleanup Buddy to handle, and we should be able to spoon it down pretty quick. Couple of things when you're setting these bad boys up: make sure that the table that you are setting it up on is as level as possible. And when we turn the pump on, we're going to make sure that these cells aren't containing air bubbles, because the air bubbles will actually create a layer of it creates a boundary layer, and then no gold, no dirt will be able to fall into it, and the cell becomes completely dead. So we've got to make sure there's no air bubbles in any of those cells. Right. I just saw a super chat. New level auto, $3. Thank you very much, mate. We're going to set you guys up right here. And for those who have just joined the stream, we are doing a giveaway today of one of my slobber bags. All right, we're going to turn the pump on. I think I've got it relatively adjusted. Nice. Right, we're going to look for air bubbles. I've already cleared the air bubbles out. You can do it with your finger. Or a toothbrush. Toothbrush works really well. So we can't run dry cons into the sluice because the dirt's hydrophobic at this point. It means that it actively wants to repel water, and because it wants to actively repel water, it will float on the surface tension. So instead of running dry cons, we're going to make them all moist and stuff. It's probably enough to moisten everything down. We'll put the rest of it in here. Whoa, look at that. Oh, I told you there's some good gold in here. Good Lord. Look at the size of that clunker. I remember digging up that. I got very excited. So, yeah, right. Let's get to it. I'm going to put a few spoonfuls down before I show you what's going on in the box so we can get some cons in there. We should see gold. Well, I'm not going to say straight away, but we should see it pretty quickly. Cleanup solutions like this are all about stripping away all of the soil, right? Like they're about stripping away everything. We don't want much retained in here except for the gold. So the delicate balance of water flow, angle, and then feed rates. So the angle's set for you with the Cleanup Buddy. You can't adjust the angle, which is it's set to what the DreamMat seems to operate at best, and then you have control over the water flow. And the water flow is the thing that's imparting energy onto your particles of dirt here. If you match that energy just right, it will retain the gold and shed most of the other things off, and you'll be left with nothing but shiny, beautiful, delicious, sexy gold. The catch pan a little closer. So I just want to put a few spoonfuls in here because I want to be able to show you the gold and how it accumulates. I also want to be able to show you how the black sand sheds over time. This won't have 100% capture rate either. I'm probably looking in the range of 90% first run. That's alright. For such a small sluice box, it's good. We're starting to see good gold now. Starting to see real good gold. That should be enough to show you. Right. There we go. So that's the fine gold that's coming out of this area. Good chunky coarse bits. Lots of them. That's only a few teaspoons. Now what we're interested in is the movement of the soil, like in these cells. You see how the soil's dancing around? That dancing is because the small particulates that are sitting close to the top of those cells are still in contact with the flow of the water. And so if they're really dense, they'll force their way through and down into those microcells. And anything that's not as dense as the particles that are forcing their way down, like gold, are lifted back up. They're forced out. And that means that when they come in contact with the water flow, if you get that water flow just right, set you up over here. It's a little bit vibraty and noisy, I know. If you get that water flow just right, it'll perfectly match to shedding off only the things you don't want. It's a delicate balance. The other thing is feed rates. The more dirt you put down the sluice, the less available space there is in the cells while they're stratifying and doing that sorting. And that means that you can overload your sluice if you go too hard. So I pick a spoon size that I'm comfortable with. So a full spoon of this spread out over a couple of seconds is pretty good. But I wouldn't just get this and dump it straight on, because then I would definitely be losing gold. Well, I'm not really losing it, am I? It's right there. This is literally the same material from the same place that slobber bag dirt's from. So there's garnets, gold, like coarse chunky gold, those other random gemstones, possibility of corundum, possibility of Paydirt. Once we get this done, I'm going to open it up for a bit of a Q&A too, because I don't really get a chance to read chat while I'm doing this. So we'll open it up for a Q&A, and then we'll pan the big nuggets. The big nuggets. Oh yeah. I will move you closer. Now, the vibration very well might make the audio go a bit stupid. So just bear that in mind. See if I can get you set up in a way where you can actually see it and what's going on. It's not too... Oh, there we go. Hang on. Yeah. We'll see. It wants to focus on that wall. What if we... Oh, hang on a minute. What if we do this with the tripod? That's a view. There we go. Now we're talking. Right. So, if the audio's gone to shit, it's because the sluice is making lots of vibration noises. I kind of read chat here too. Kind of. Ah, Trevor! What's going on? Nah, Trev, it's got its own vibration. There's no aftermarket adult parts on it. Look at that. See if I can get it to focus on the mat where you're going to see the gold. There we go. That's better. That's what we're after. Crux, how many times do I have to run my cons with that? With this soil, it'll be once. It'll be once. If you classify and you get your water flow and whatnot right, you'll lose very little. Reedy Creek cons that are tin and really dense, if I was only using this sluice, I would probably run it a minimum of twice, but 3 times. If you don't classify, it'd be 3 times. Just depends on the soil. Dundee, yeah, look, it could be 360p, man. The difficulty I had setting this stream up was immense. Holy crap. It was really bad. So, it could be me. I have no idea. People would have to let me know in the comments. If it's 360p, there's not much I can do about it running on Australian internet, and I had to fight YouTube for about an hour to get it set up. Oh. Oh, David, 720. Okay, so it must be the storms. Like, we've got massive storms here at the moment that are rolling through constantly. Maybe that's what we're going with. Alright, that's looking good. I reckon, from previous experience, I would guess right now we've probably got 1 gram of gold in the sluice box. 1 gram of gold will fit in this area. If you fill the whole thing, you'll get approximately 8 grams. Depends on the particle size too, but about 8 grams will fill this sluice box completely, and like with loss. So, I'm thinking we've got probably 1 gram at the moment in there. Wait till you see the spot. It's pretty good. Oh, this won't fill up, man. Nah. Most of the weight, I think, is actually going to come from the chunky bits. I got a lot of fine gold from this spot, but I think the chunky bits are really where it's going to be at in terms of weight. It should look good, regardless. We're actually almost there now. We've almost got all of it out. It's only a little bit left. So these little units for this sort of amount of soil, bloody hell, they're good. Now, I wonder if I can tip my pan in there. I think I can do that. No, I don't think I can do that. Let's get the last of it. We've only got a little bit in here. Scraping the bottom. I don't think I can pick any more up with my spoon. So, that is that. Let's have a good look. Yeah, it's looking pretty golden. It's looking pretty good. Oh, there we go. Try and reorientate the device. That's good. We'll pull that out in a minute. What we're going to do now is let it whitewash. The one advantage that Dream Mat has over a lot of drop riffle systems is because these little hooks actually show you the orientation of the water, which direction it's heading. So you can see here it's heading down, and then it wants to hook back on itself. And when it hooks back, it hits a section of matting that's protecting that cell. So what ends up happening is it creates a vortex there. That vortex keeps everything agitating, and the light things will continuously be forced to the top while the dense things will be pushed to the bottom. And that means if we let this whitewash for a while, unlike a riffle sluice, it won't wash our gold out, because our gold wants to constantly fight deeper and deeper into that matting system. There you go. Pretty bloody cool. Really good. I love it. Right. Let's see if we can figure out how to reorientate. Woo. Yeah, like I said, the storms or whatever, I'm running this at a less than optimal setting because of the way that I had to set this bloody stream up. That's all good. We've finished this. We haven't got any more dirt in that. We're going to give that just a couple of seconds to clean out, and then we're going to start panning down our nugget concentrate. This is where our good stuff will be, and this won't take long. That'll be really quick. For now though, we're actually going to do a giveaway. I want to support the people that are supporting me. So many people have jumped onto the old moldy over the last 6 months. They've bought my Paydirt and they've bought nuggets and crystals and gemstones and all sorts of stuff that we've mined personally here in the Northeast, or we've bought off prospectors, and we give them an opportunity to make above industry level pay off the stuff that they're doing here in the Northeast of Victoria. We've just had such a massive positive response that giving something like this away is definitely something that I need to be doing, because I want to be able to say thank you to everyone who jumped on. So here's what we're going to do in order to give it away. I am just going to get you guys to comment numbers, right? Numbers. Any number you want. It doesn't matter. You can just do the number 1. We're not drawing it on the number. I'm going to wait for the stream to start going up real fast, right? I'm going to point, I'm going to look away, and then when I look back, whoever my finger's on at that point is going to get it. So we're going to turn off the Sluicebox because it looks like it's done its job. Well, that's a bit better. There we go. I'm seeing numbers. Good. All right. So, slobber bag, unsearched Paydirt, old moldy sticker. Debbie, if you can grab their address once I've done it, I'm going to point at there. I'm going to look away. So I'm going to count down in my head. You won't know what number I'm counting to. Oh, hopefully you're still going. Someone wants to win gold out there, surely. I'd want to win gold. I'd be in this for it. It's going to go fast. I'm going to have to read their name bloody quick. Okay, here we go. I hope you're all ready. Maybe not. We've got to keep it a surprise, right? Rodney Middleton. Rodney Middleton with number 5. Rodney, congratulations. You've just won yourself a slobber bag. Get your address to Debbie. Don't do it on chat. PM privately. Do work that part out. And I'll get this into the mail to you next postal run, which will be next week. So Monday or Wednesday, one of the two, just depending. Cool. I like giving stuff away. It's fun. If you guys have any questions, I'm going to just dedicate a few minutes to answering some questions. I know a lot of people have questions regarding how I do this and prospecting questions and things like that. So now's your chance to actually ask. Yeah, Rodney, congratulations. I just seen your comment. Wow. Yeah, good work, man. That's how it works. Random draws are good. So we should be doing more of them, right? We should. We probably will be doing more of them in the near future. I've got some plans for the old moldy and Vo-Gus prospecting and whatnot that I really want to bring to fruition. So we'll be doing that for suresies. Right, if you've got questions, now is the time. One below me, Anthony Nugent. Oh, sorry, man. You're close. Golden Prospect 0.84 will be the result. I'll be more than that. It's going to be a couple grams. It's going to be at least a couple of grams. I'm reading. Oh my God. It's time for the pub, almost. When's the last time I had we're clean shaven? Fucking years ago. How's the rocket box coming along? The rocket box is actually going good. I've got a spot that I'm taking it to soon. I found a spot yesterday by accident, and we're going to see. We're just going to find out how well it goes out. I think it'll be good. I think it'll be really good. How did I become so awesome? I'm not awesome, man. I'm just very lucky. That's how it works. All right. I think no one's got some massive questions, so we're going to jump into panning down our nuggets before we clean out our Sluicebox. Or should we clean out our Sluicebox first? Let's clean out our Sluicebox first. Let's do that. Let's zoom in on my face again. Beautiful. Now look at the shed door. Turn you around. All right. The only thing I don't like about these cleanup buddies is how difficult it is generally to pull these mats. Oh my God, look at the gold at the top. Oh, we couldn't even see the best bit. We couldn't even see the best bit. Look at this. Look at that. Literal piles of gold. These are full. Oh, there's probably 1.5 grams or 2 grams just in that. Bloody hell. That's good. Rodney, You're getting some of this gold. It's in that bag. I should move that out of the way so it doesn't get overly moist. There we go. Look at that. That's pretty good. That's not bad. Yeah, like just average day at the office, mate. Just an average day at the office. Imagine if I just dumped it back into the cons by accident. All right, that looks very clean. We shall move on to this. Now you've got to always wash out your cleanup buddy a little bit because it tends to snag gold in some strange places if you don't put the mat in all the way. But that's okay, we've done that. It's going to be good. Just looking at that, I'm going to guess it's probably at least 1.5. But we'll find out in a second. I'll reserve my comments. Here it comes. I'll reserve my comments till I see the spread. Woo! Oh, that's not bad for a day's panning. That's not even all of it. Finger for scale. Look, man hand for scale. That's a bloody ripper day. No, that's over 2 grams. That'll be over 2 grams on its own. Because this is one packed crevice. You'll see the full video. It's coming out either tonight or tomorrow. But you'll see the full video. It was just this packed crevice. I essentially did 1 full day's prospecting over 2 days. I did about 4 hours each day. And that's a fucking brilliant result. Nice. Right. It's time. It's time. Let's do the big boy. Let's do the big boy. Set you up in an orientation where you can actually see the thing. I can't see chat on this angle at all. All right. Now, that's the fine gold. A lot of that I didn't even see go into the pan. So I am assuming, which is a dangerous thing to do, that the nuggets, because I distinctly remember the nuggety bits, the big flakes, being really good. Is that? Oh, that's a big sheet of mica. I said this will not take long. Yes. There's plenty of shotgun pellets and lead in there. Look at that. We've got lead, 22 bullet right there. They're a very common round here in Australia, but you don't find them too often in a creek. They seem to be quite rare in a creek. Shotgun pellets are a dime a dozen. If you're on a good spot, you're guaranteed to get shotgun pellets. Now, we could definitely spin this back right now. But, all right. Hang on. Going to prolong everyone's misery for a second. Patrick, 1 million ounces. I like your enthusiasm, buddy. That's the stuff we want on this channel. The bullet doesn't count. It does to Gadsy. Gadsy would be like frothing at the amount of shotgun pellets I've got in this pan right now. Before we go any further, really quick self-spruik. The old moldy is where we sell all our Paydirt, sell all our gold. It's where we turn this into our business. So social media has changed a lot over the years. It's not possible to make a full-time job out of it like it was back in the day. You look at what happened to me on Facebook with it being demonetized and everything overnight without getting any policy strikes. So the old moldy is where we do all the business. It's where we make a living. If you want to own some of this gold, if you want to have the experience of panning the dirt from these creeks, it's all listed on the old moldy. There should be a link in the description. If there's not, I'm sure Deb or Trev or Gadsy or Mick could put up one of those links for me. And without further ado, we will flip it around and see the nuggets. Zoom in my face. Zoom in on the shed wall. Drop the thing of water. Oh, quality. At least it didn't hit the electricity. And there was nothing in it, so that's good. Now let's set this up properly, right? Let's set this up properly. And what I mean by that is we're going to move this back a little bit. Yeah. And then we're going to put this down. So we've got a nice background of gold. And then we're going to come in with this. I'm going to pan it over the top. Are you ready? Hang on. Pan with me. Well, that didn't work at all, did it, my background? Hang on. What if we orientate that down there? We're just sticking around now. Tap, 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 tap. Are you ready? Well, that's pretty bloody obvious, isn't it? Just a little bit of buckshot to get old buckshot frothing. I can feel Gadsy huffing right now. Ooh, damn. I'm prolonging this, obviously. I could do this really quickly, but if you saw my post on Facebook earlier or the one on YouTube where I talked about you mind your own business when you see me pole dancing because I've got prospecting gear to buy, that's what we're doing right now. Literally what we're doing right now. Oh, they are big. They are big. Like, you got shotgun pellets to scale, right? Here we go. You ready? We're going to do it quick now. They are good. They are good and plentiful. How did that big not? Oh, yeah, I suppose it's a little chunky piece that didn't go through the classifier. Look at that. All right, I'm going to turn around to the light because I can't see shit. There we go. That is a ripper pan. Okay, obviously we got more weight in the fine gold, but damn, man, for my region, getting gold like that is very rare. It's just super rare. It's hard to explain how fine the gold is in my area generally, but that's a bloody ripper. We've got some scales here. We should I'll just, hang on. We'll get rid of all the crap. Oh, no, that piece of gold's going to come down. Rightio. So we'll use our fingers. All right, we've got rid of the crap. Let's find out. Have I got scales in here? I should have scales in here. Yes. All right. I'm going to do a little bit of a live way up. Again, for anyone who's joining this stream later on, I didn't intend this to be a vertical stream, but here we are. All right, let's just see how much the biggest bit weighs, right? Because the biggest bit. Leave your guesses. I'm gonna reckon it's pretty thin. Like it's not really fat. 0.15. Ah, bloody hell. Oh, getting better at that guessing game. 0.153. So gold's $128 a gram. Let's just round up to 130, which means that every 0.1 is worth $13. So that right now is worth like $20. So that is like a $20 gold nugget right now. Bent over, picked up a $20 note off the ground. That's unreasonable. That's so good. Well, there you go. There you go. We did it. Look at us. You, me, a whole bunch of strangers. We did it. We got through the cleanup. It was good. Let's go open it up to questions. Again, if you've got questions about where this spot is, so I can tell you lies. Or questions regarding pretty much anything, right? $40 nugget in the store, absolutely, BC. That's what I'd be charging. The premium that goes on bigger bits of gold is there because of the work that goes into finding them. They're rare, they're hard to get, so we charge more. Okay, please keep doing what I do. Yeah, well, that's the plan. That's the plan, man. Come to the States, Dustin. I would love to. I don't know if I get in because of my history with saying things on the internet. I know that the TSA and stuff is pretty fanatical about stuff like that, but maybe it'd be good to do it. They'd be so rare. BC Bradley. So when Gadsy found the gold sovereign, they're rarer than gold nuggets, hey? They're way rarer than gold nuggets because there's a set number of them that are out there. We're just waiting for gold to be released into the stream, so yeah. I want to order from you. Have you ever run into issues shipping to the USA? The only issue I've ever had was one package got lost in LAX. and we had to do a claim on it. But other than that, nah, man, they usually go straight through. They usually go straight through. Upgrade needed from hamsters to fern or wheel on the wheel. Yeah, she would flat out run. She would do great running the internet, but only for a little time. Is that nugget from dredging? Yes, hand dredging. Actually, you'll see it on the video. Maybe I should clickbait that title. Something about dredging in Australia. I'm gonna do that. I'm absolutely going to do that. Yeah, it was actually from hand dredging. Yep, you'll see me do it. It's on, it's on fern. It's on film. It's on fern. Slow small scoops in your sluice or dump the whole bucket. Oh man, I would. The big one, which is the big one, that one up there that has the classifier plate on it. Dump. Just dump. I dump about half a bucket on. Fits about half a bucket. Get rid of the big rocks. Let the rest of it run through, and then dump the other half and do the same, because it's all about efficiency. Smaller ones, no, you got to do it by scoop, because you'll overload it. You just will. You'll make too much of a slurry at the bottom, and it's not good. If you want to come to the States, just stick through the Mexican border. Everyone else is doing all right. That's a deal. I can do that. Am I buying any gold at the moment? Yeah, I am. So well, yes and no. So I kind of have to stagger it. I'm not a big multinational company that can afford to go out and buy bucket loads of stock in this game. So if I, over the next 2 weeks, if I sell through the stock that I have, then yes, I will be looking to buy some before the end of those 2 weeks. So yeah, that's the plan anyway. Midnight dredging. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, you can only midnight dredge in Australia if you're naked though. That's the rules. I don't make the rules. Mineral lease on your hard rock in the future? No, it's too expensive. It's just too expensive. It's not worth the effort for me. Most of the veins in my area are pretty short and they're not very deep. As in, there's a limited amount of ore you can get. So to do the claim process, get the ore and whatnot, body out, you probably wouldn't make your money back. Just it's great for a hobby prospector, but it's not great for long-term mining. That's why they've been left alone by mining corporations, right? Rah, New York gold. I have been trying to get New York gold now for years. The reason for that is it's not allowed, right? Like, so it's just one of these little pet projects I've had for years where I know that in New York you're allowed to prospect for the gold, but you're not allowed to keep it. So it's like you could never come home and do a cleanup like this because you can't do it, right? Like this is you have to throw it back. It's catch and release in New York, as far as I'm aware. But someone out there would have some New York gold that was procured legally at some point, right? Someone would have it. Surely someone's got some grandfather before that rule came in has got some gold. I just want a singular flake, just one flake. That's all, just one flake, just so I can put it in my collection and be like, that is a piece of New York gold. I don't want anyone to do anything dodgy. The way that you would have to send it over is literally just put it in a nice display case and call it a mineral specimen. That's what you'd have to do. Yeah, I would love a piece of New York gold, but hey, it might not ever happen. Oh, that law's from the 1800s. So I'm fucked. I'm not going to be able to get one, eh? What's my opinion on electric pumps for high bankers? I have a love-hate relationship for them. I love electric cleanup sluices like this, but I dislike them on the creek. And the reason for that is you can get small petrol-powered pumps that are more efficient. They run better. They have longer hoses, all of that sort of stuff, that weigh less than the battery packs you need to take in pumps. In the right places, they're really good in the right places, which means that if you park your car close and you want something that's quiet, absolutely, battery is the way to go. But for everything else, little petrol pump, that's going to be the go. All right, guys, we might leave it there. Nigel Huntley, yeah, most of my Paydirt has been sent out today. If you ordered yesterday, no, if you ordered from last night till today, those orders won't be shipped until the start of next week or mid next week. But everything else has been shipped, so hopefully people will be getting them. And there's some surprises in there too. We've bought surprises and we've included them in the Paydirts. It's very exciting for me anyway. All right, guys, have a great weekend wherever you are in the world. I know that overseas, most of you guys are still a day away from the weekend. So have the bestest Friday. I hope your boss doesn't suck too much. And if he does suck a lot, I hope he steps on a Lego to make your day a little bit better. But everyone else, have a great weekend. And I will see you guys on the next video, which should be tonight or the next day. We're going to hit that X button. Goodbye,